One Great Earth. My name is Dan. We're going to be looking at 3 articles today. First article is from abc.net.au, Australia. Geraldton, Australia. Geraldton is a city in West Australia, as far west almost as you can go. Dozens of loaded trucks stopped as flood. I apologize, I had dental work earlier and I might need to scream every so often or something because I smile or it hits the stitches just right. My canine teeth, I broke it at the gum line and they had to engineer a way, drilling holes and different tools to be able to pull it out, and it took about an hour. Real wild. It was one of the wildest experiences I've had at a dentist. The dentist, I tell you, was very surprised when it came out, and I'll tell you, as soon as it came out, I felt that much better. It needed to come out badly. I would say it needed to come out a month ago, but I screwed up with appointments, but I'm just digressing already. I'm not even into the article yet. I haven't earned digressing. In short, a key transport route east of Geraldton is closed because of extensive water damage. The Geraldton to Mount Magnet Road remains closed west of Moolia, prompting calls from the West Australia opposition for the road to be upgraded to better support heavy vehicles. What's next? Main Roads, Western Australia temporarily reopened the road on Tuesday evening to allow some traffic through and will continue to assess the damage. Dozens of trucks have been stopped for several days after a key freight route across West Australia's Midwest sustained significant floodwater damage. About 150 meters of road washed away after more than 100 millimeters of rain fell in around Muleo, 100 kilometers west of Geraldton over the weekend. It triggered the closure of Geraldton Mount Magnet Road, a key freight route connecting small communities and mine sites with the state's second largest regional city. State oppositional leader Shane Love said the closure highlighted the need for better investment and maintenance of regional roads, particularly those being used for heavy traffic. Mr. Love said about the 8 trucks were stranded in the floodwaters, while 60 to 70 fully loaded trucks were stopped in various locations across the Murchison, waiting for the road to reopen. There is no other way of getting to the port through the other road networks or quad road trains. The road was just not built with this level of traffic in mind, in my opinion, and we are seeing the consequences of not just that in the flooding, but you see failed sections of the road needing to be repaired constantly. As someone from Michigan, I can relate to that. I used to work for road commission, county road commission, patching holes, fixing holes, walking for miles and miles and miles every day, and behind a hot box, just patching roads. I got laid off in the pandemic, and they never brought me back, sadly. I would have still been working there. But if I was working there, there's no way I would have been able to start streaming. Because I tell you, sometimes we'd be there for 24 hours a day. I was there for 4 or 5 days in a row, 24 hours a day. I mean, that's a lot of hours. It's a lot of money. I miss that money. But the job got me a new car, and that's a money-making machine right there. Especially with my older car. Had no AC, it just would die occasionally, freeway. This car is much safer that we have. Where was I? Truckies, miners, frustrated. Western Roads Federation Chief Executive Cam Dumansey confirmed the stranded truck numbers and said drivers were frustrated and wanted to get on to their jobs and back home to their families. Mr. Love said the queries in Parliament had revealed a business case was in the works to upgrade the Geraldton to Mount Magnet Road. Before I continue, I need to see how the stream is looking. Because your job's in. I was having some very extreme packet loss that last live stream I just did. I was having 90%, 96% packet loss. This, I'm perfect, 0%. I can hear myself on the stream just fine. Hello. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for joining me here. Even if it is already recorded and you're watching it later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. I'm 29 away from 6,500 just 2 days before my birthday, and it would be a great arbitrary goal of mine to be met if I could have 6,500 new subscribers by my birthday. That would be pretty incredible. The road itself does not need to be upgraded if those numbers of trucks are going to be sustained in the future. We are told there is even more traffic coming on the road in the future. We do need to do better than just have this very lightly built piece of road being used for such heavy traffic without there being serious investment into ensuring we have safety for the people on the road. Why is that yellow line like that? Huh. Phoenix Resources hauls iron ore from north of Kew to the port of Geraldton, running 30 trucks on the road at any one time. Chairman John Welborn said 2/3 of the company's trucks have been stopped on the east side of the road crossing. He agreed roads need to be well maintained to accommodate vehicles like the 65-meter, 200-ton fully loaded quad road trains Phoenix operate. Mr. Welborn made a distinction between his company's approved transport tasks and other road users causing uncontrolled damage to some roads. Main Roads West Australia temporarily reopened the road on Tuesday afternoon, allowing some traffic through, but the road then closed on Tuesday evening. Main Roads is expected to continue to monitor the road and carry out necessary repairs to the damaged section when possible. The ABC requested an interview with Transport Minister Rita Saffioti. The minister was unavailable. A state government spokesperson said major pavement repairs to remediate the majority of defects on the Geraldton Mount Magnet Road were completed in April this year, while $15 million was recently invested to install safety treatments to more than 70 kilometers of the road. Some big trucks there, real big trucks. Three trailers are hauling ore. That's insane. These roads just can't deal with it. So they're closing the roads. Does that mean that there is no road to drive on and it's just dirt and mud? How do you fix this? I don't think you can really fix this. With the amount of water that's covering the roads, anything you do is just going to be washed away. Not only is everything you do going to be washed away, but if you were to repavement, it's not going to work because of the water. You gotta wait for a dry day. And with the water rising around this area on the western side of Australia, I don't see this problem getting any better anytime soon. But it's for an industry that pollutes, that massively destroys. So I can't feel bad about the people, but you know, the workers, they have a job to do. You can't fault them for that, I guess. But they're literally just grinding their country or their city, all their roads with these giant, huge trucks carrying massive loads. And all this work on this highway or this freight lane, freight route, was done in April just this year. Something's wrong here. The road was just finished in April. is already failing in June, there is not good return of value for anybody on this. So what happened? Was the water just too much and the road just popped up, blew out? You get some blowouts with asphalt is when it pops up and blows out and cracks and falls back down. The road that just looks, because this is part of the road here, but the asphalt, you can see how thin the asphalt was. This asphalt is so incredibly thin that they're laying here. Like, it needs to be thicker, it needs to have foundation underneath it, it needs to have concrete. You can't just have blacktop, thin blacktop. That's going to be just ripped apart by the trucks, especially going into this in these areas with the water overflowing. You know, are they only having one lane with one person at a time going? This is insane. And these trucks are still running the entire time. They're not stopping. These trucks are still running the entire time that they're waiting. So it's adding more to the pollution, sadly. Next up, close by to Australia, Hastings, New Zealand has its hottest June day on record. Hastings reached the highest June temperature on record for the country. The Hawke's Bay city reached 25.7 degrees Celsius on Monday, which also qualified as a new North Island temperature record for the winter season of June-August, according to the National Institute of Water and Atmospheric Research, NIWA, NIWA. NIWA meteorologist Ben Knoll said there were several factors behind the record-breaking warmth. We've seen an unseasonable warm air across New Zealand that originated in the Coral Sea. This combined with something called a foehn, northwesterly airflow, which came over the North Island and warmed as it descended the terrain of the Central Plateau and blew into Hawke's Bay, Knoll said. We also can't ignore climate change. Setting a new national temperature record for June is consistent with Aotearoa's long-term warming trend, where we're seeing fewer cold extremes and more warm extremes. Several other regions experienced temperatures above 20 C on Monday, including Gisborne, Northland, and other parts of Hawke's Bay. Meanwhile, maximum temperatures in the South Island struggled to get above 10 C in places like Christchurch and Queenstown. Previously, the highest June temperature recorded by NIWA was 25.4 degrees Celsius on June 19, 1988, also in Hastings. There you got it. It's records being broken all across the world, with some temperatures over 120 degrees, 110 degrees, 105 degrees, lots and lots of 105 degrees across the planet. More than ever has cities been people been dealing with extreme heat. I think this has been the most people ever in the history of man, probably, to deal with this kind of heat that we're experiencing outside, especially in the Southwest, especially in California, especially in Florida and parts of Texas and Mexico, West Africa and Nigeria, and North Africa. Then you have Egypt, Saudi Arabia. A lot of these countries are just boiling right now. North India as well, and Pakistan, as well as seeing insane temperatures. Now, we could see scores of people die as a result of heat. It only takes one blackout in a very hot area to go longer than a day or two before there's a mass casualty event. A heat Katrina, what it's called. Now on to the main story. Elephant seal outbreak marks first transnational spread of highly pathogenic avian influenza in virus and in mammals. Kat Curlin, University of California, Davis, June 5, 2024, from PhysOrg. Highly pathogenic H5N1 avian influenza viruses are becoming increasingly flexible and are adapting to mammals in new ways that could have global consequences for humans, wildlife, and livestock. according to a new study of a massive outbreak among elephant seals in Argentina in 2023. The study, published as a preprint in bioRxiv and co-led by University of California Davis School of Veterinary Medicine and the National Institute of Agricultural Technology in Argentina, shows clear mammal-to-mammal transmission of the virus. It states the outbreak is the first known multinational transmission of the virus in mammals ever observed globally, with the same virus appearing in several pinniped species across different countries over a short period of time. The study's genomic analysis showed the virus is now evolving into separate avian and marine mammal clades in South America, which is unprecedented. There is growing concern that H5N1 viruses adapted to mammal transmission could jump to other species, including people, which has happened. This is increased evidence that we should be alert, especially for marine mammals, said co-leading author Marcelo Uhart, a veterinarian with the UC Davis Karen C. Dreyer Wildlife Health Center and its Latin American programs. The more it adapts to mammals, the more important it becomes to humans. An outbreak unfolds. The current variant of H5N1 clade 2.3.4.4b began to cause problems at a global scale in 2020. While humans confronted the COVID-19 pandemic, H5N1, or avian influenza, began killing tens of thousands of seabirds in Europe before moving to South Africa. In 2022, it entered the US and Canada, threatening poultry and wild birds, and then spread to South America in late 2022. By February 2023, highly pathogenic avian influenza was detected in Argentina for the first time, affecting poultry primarily in inland central Argentina for 5 months. By August 2023, after 2 months of no outbreaks in poultry, the virus was found in sea lions at the tip of South America off the Atlantic coastline of Tierra del Fuego Island. From there, it moved swiftly northward with deadly results, first for marine mammals and later for seabirds. In October 2023, following outbreaks in sea lions, the study authors surveyed a breeding colony of elephant seals at Punta Delgada along the coast of Peninsula Valdez, Argentina. They recorded unprecedented mass mortality. Some 17,000 elephant seals were dead. By November, 96% of pups were born that season would die. Test results confirmed that H5N1 was present in seals as well as in several of the terns that died at the same time. The virus's separation into avian and marine mammal clades unfolded as H5N1 clade 2.3.4.4b, specifically genotype B3.2, arrived at the continent through migratory birds before spilling over to mammals. It then separated from the avian clade virus to become its own marine mammal adapted virus. Concerningly, while the virus moves across pinnipeds, it can also still infect birds. That was evident in the study where the virus was found in terns was identical to that from elephant seals. We're showing the evolution of this marine mammal virus over time, said virologist and co-leading author Agustina Raimondi of INTA. This virus is capable of adapting to mammals, as we can see the mutations that are consistently found in the viruses belonging to the mammalian clade. Influenza viruses commonly mutate and exchange gene segments, enabling them to adapt to a new host. Uhart and Raimondi said it is critically important that monitoring and investigation continue to better understand the consequences of the virus to human health, wildlife conservation, and ecology. The study's co-author include Ralph Van Striels of UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine, Martha Nelson of National Institutes of Health, Valeria Oliveira of INTA-CONICET, Inta Conicat, and some other offers as well. Julieta Campagna. Butchering these names, I apologize. 96% mortality rate in 2023 with elephant seal pups. This is another animal that's seeing a great decline, like Alaskan snow crabs. Extinction. Not pretty. Alright, I thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, please like the stream, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out immensely and keeps me motivated to keep producing such content like this. Trying to pick the best, most informative, and articles that go together. You know what I mean? They piggyback off each other. And one article goes into the other. As soon as I find 3 articles, I go live. But as of right now, I'm in a lot of pain because of the dental surgery earlier. So I will call the stream here. And I'll tell you that I've been told multiple times over the last week that there is no pain worse than mouth pain, tooth pain. This is coming from people that had babies. I think I have this figured out. I think it's working just fine now. I wanted to do a test stream here like this to be able to monitor the actual live stream, because normally I don't have the monitor up, I don't have the audio up, I don't have the video up. That can be problematic. All right. No packet losses, no dropped frames. I think that this is good to go. So it's not going to be such a struggle technically to in technical issues to there. Okay. I am 29 subscribers away from 6,500 subscribers. Exciting for me. I constantly tell myself that this is a high number. It's surprising to me still now that there's almost 6,500 people subscribed to this channel. It is humbling. I haven't really spent any money on promotions or ads, and a lot of my ads that I even try to do when I do it are disapproved because of shocking language or shocking content or electioneering. More like if I was doing a heavy political stuff, I would need a certificate or something of the sort. It's not a very political channel because it's global. It's more than just one country. It's everywhere, all at once. All right. I thank you again for watching this stream, for your interest in this information. Please take care.